Okay. So I will request everyone to please, if you can rename yourselves and put the country that you are calling from, the country that you are based in after your name. So your name and then the country. And for people who don't actually have your names, please put your name there so we can know who you are as you join the meeting. So your name and then the country that you are coming from. Starting with myself, I'm also going to rename myself. There you go. Give me just a moment. And for people who don't know how to rename, you just go there and click on your name. And then there is an arrow that says more. You go there and click rename. And then you rename yourself. Your name and then the country that you are calling from. Okay, so I think we can move forward. So again, welcome everyone. It's a pleasure to see this room full and so many people here. We are very excited with starting the second year of the Zero Waste Academy. The first year of the Zero Waste Academy was very meaningful to us. We have been at Nipe Fagio doing zero waste implementation for almost 7 years now in Tanzania. It was the first zero waste model implemented in the African continent. And it keeps growing, keeps developing. It is a very meaningful meeting for, I would say, a model for us. We don't even call that a project, and we're going to talk about this later on. We call this a model because we are looking for a model for systemic change. And so I will actually start by sharing my screen to give you a very short overview. Today, we are actually going over the program of the Academy and seeing if people have questions or anything. But before that, I would actually like to give people a little bit of an overview of Nipe Fagio. So give me just 1 second, and I'm going to share my screen with you. Make sure that I share the right screen. So I hope that you can see my screen. Give me just a moment here. Here we go. Yes. I hope that you can see my screen. So please give me a thumbs up if you can. And Nipe Fagio team, let me know if people cannot see my screen. No. All good? Okay. So just for people who are not familiar with Nipe Fagio, so Nipe Fagio is an NGO that was founded in 2013. And Nipe Fagio basically exists to drive systemic change in Tanzania and in East Africa. We believe that systemic problems require systemic solutions that are socially inclusive, address historical social injustice, and are environmentally built and climate resistant. We basically have been doing zero waste implementation for some time now, exactly because we believe that zero waste is the solution that I just mentioned, that includes social justice, environmental justice, and also solves the climate crisis. And we work on a 3-pillar strategy. So we work with data, policy, and action. So data, and Masaki, who is here, is the person responsible for data at Nipe Fagio. We collect a lot of data. We actually have the largest database on waste in Tanzania. We collect data from marine litter surveys, from waste and branch audits, from a variety of things, so that we can use that data to then inform decision-making in policy. So then we do policy advocacy, and that is at the national level, at the regional level, and also at the global level. And then we also do a lot of implementation, which is where the action is. So let me just change, give me 1 second. Yeah. Yes. And so the action is where the zero waste implementation is, and the zero waste is one of our main focuses in the country. And then, as I mentioned, I'm going to go through this presentation with more detail actually in our next session. But before that, I just wanted to show you this video here. Sorry. This video here.
Waste management is a serious concern in Tanzania due to the unregulated production of plastics and the lack of adequate waste management services and infrastructure. Zero waste is the path to systemic change and contributes to solving several pressing human challenges: global warming, the plastic crisis, and environmental and social injustice. The zero waste model starts with segregation of waste at the household level and includes decentralized material recovery facilities. Our zero waste model achieves 100% waste collection in low-income neighborhoods, using less than 15% of the estimated municipal budget. Waste fees are collected through an app, providing transparency and accountability. The zero waste model diverts 70 to 85% of waste from landfills, with the potential to reduce environmental impacts and methane emissions by up to 95% by 2030. Zero waste is not just a solution. It is a commitment to a more inclusive future for Tanzania, the East African community, and beyond.
So with that, I'll stop sharing my screen. This is basically the video that introduces the zero waste implementation that we do in Tanzania. You have opportunity to watch. There is a longer version of this video. There is actually a documentary that has contributions, interviews with people that have been part of zero waste implementation, and you actually have a chance to watch it later on. It's also in the Nipe Fagio YouTube account. And so with that said, Shishikai, would you like to go over the program, or would you like me to do so?
Maybe you, please, Anna, you can do so. You can just go
Okay.
through. Yeah.
Okay. So let me just get my other screen. 1 second. Here we go. Okay. Increase the size so that see. And here we go again. I think you can see my screen. Okay, so giving you a little bit of an overview and also answering questions. Shishi? You raised your hand?
Please go ahead.
Okay, you raised your hands.
Yes, I did. I just want to give a thumb up that we can see your screen.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. So here we go. So this is the outline, the content outline of the Zero Waste Academy. And we are going to go through it. And also, if you have any questions, you are able to ask at the end. So today is basically the introduction to the program, so that you know what the team, and you also have an idea about an overview about the Zero Waste implementation and how the Academy is going to go. So that's basically what we are doing here today. You also have a chance to ask questions about the Google Classroom that we basically use. Olar is going to guide you through, so that you don't have any tech issues doing the academy. And I'll just ask Shishikai or anyone from the Nipe Fagio team, can you please admit people from the waiting room so that I can focus on the overview? And so we do have class assignments for most of the classes. So we have, for this class, we have the pre-academy understanding test, and then we have a class feedback. So please make sure that you fill out your class assignments because they are important for you to have your scores and to be able to go well through the academy. We have the learning materials available. In this program, you always see at the bottom who the teachers are for specific sessions, when the learning materials and assignments are made available, and where is the deadline for the submission of your assignments. So for this class today, for example, the learning materials have been available since yesterday, and the deadline for submissions of class 1 assignments is the 17th of October, which is Thursday. You have everything in your classroom, in the Google Classroom, so all the information is there, and Olar is going to guide you through. After that, we have a remote class that we suggest you do it on the 17th of October, which is Thursday. Of course, the remote classes you can do whenever you would like within a timeline. So that one is about understanding zero-waste systems. So we are going to give you an overview of the existing systems and environmental challenges, introducing zero-waste systems, principles and pillars, waste hierarchy, and then zero waste around the world with examples from all over the world, and then some of the misconceptions in zero waste, things that people call zero waste but are not actually zero waste. And then you also have the class assignments for that class, and the materials are available by the 16th of October, and then you have until the 21st of October to complete those materials. So when we have the classes online, basically usually have the presentation and that was prepared for you, and then a video of the person, the teacher, presenting that presentation and guiding you through the content. And then the class assignments. In this case, it's a quiz. We have the zero waste pledge, and we have some class feedback. There is always a class feedback because it's important for us to know what is your feedback from the class and how you're doing, so that you can always improve and make sure that the content is adjusted for you. Class 3 is about social aspects of zero waste systems, and then we talk about community mobilization, education and campaigns, waste collectors, cooperatives, mobilization and registration. And then we also have class assignments and the dates here. I'm not going to read all the assignments and the dates. You have that in the content outline that you have received, and this content outline is also in the Google Classroom. Class 4 is about material recovery facilities management. So that's basically the MRF, which is an important component of the zero waste implementation. And we are talking about decentralized systems at the community level. And so we talk about the concepts, the components, the structure, and the management of the operations. So the materials will be there for you. And then when you go to October 19th, which is 29th, sorry, which is our class 5, then we have a live session. So we after every 4 classes, we have a live session that is used for Q&A, so that we can answer your questions and clarify whatever it is that you need to be clarified from the classes that you have done. So in this case, from class 2, 3, and 4. It's very important that you join the live sessions. Again, it's another thing that it contributes also to your score in the Google Classroom. So please make sure that you join and make the most of it. Come prepared so that you actually ask your questions and everything. And then class 6 goes back to remote learning, and then it's about organic waste management. I know that many people here already have a lot of experience with organic waste management. So we talk about the definition and concepts of organic waste management, organic waste management methodologies, organic waste management and greenhouse gas emissions, specifically methane. And for this class, and I would say, like, we have people from all over the world participating in the Zero Waste Academy. So for example, you have Shibu from India and Mariel from Spain teaching this class. And so we have very good teachers from all over the world that are very experienced in the topics that they are going to be teaching. Class 7 is about non-organic waste management. So everything that we cannot compost, basically. And so it's a definition of solid waste, human behavior that contribute to pollution, and management of a non-organic solid waste. And then here your other class assignments and everything. Class 8 is about data management in zero waste systems. It's really important to do data management because without data, we cannot prove that the model is successful. So data plays a very important role here. And you have many people that are very experienced in this in the Nipe Fagio team. As I mentioned, we have the largest database on waste in Tanzania. Class 9 is another live session. So then we have, we are going to do Q&A and answer your questions from class 6, 7, and 8. So again, please come prepared. Make sure that you bring your questions when you are going through the classes. Take notes of the things that you'd like to know more about. So you ask those questions and you are able to support you. Class 10 is about zero waste advocacy and policy. As Marie mentioned, she's our policy coordinator, so she's going to be leading that one. And we talk about campaigns, policies, and laws in zero waste systems, the Global Plastics Treaty, just transition, and you have the class assignments here. And so this is also a very important class because when you think about systemic change, you cannot achieve systemic change without changing policy and without having laws that enable that systemic change. So you need to connect that pillar to your zero waste implementation. And then class 11 is about false solutions. So these are all the things that people sometimes call zero waste, but are not, which include chemical recycling, landfills, incineration, cement kilns, plastic credits, and there are many others. And you have Wayme from Nigeria teaching us here. And then class 12 is a live session again for us to be able to then answer some of your questions from the classes above and then start the zero waste case study. So the curriculum closes with a zero waste case study that you should all, you are going to be divided into groups. Everyone who reaches the minimum score in the academy and that reach that phase basically on time will then be divided into groups in which you'll be able to write a zero waste case study, which is basically how would you like to start your zero waste implementation after the academy or to improve the zero waste implementation that you are already doing if you are already doing it. And so class 12 and class 13 are dedicated for us to provide you with guidance, answer your questions, and make sure that you can make the best of your zero waste case study so that you can close the academy well. So this is basically the program, and you have it here as well in a table with all the subtopics and the dates, which I am sure that you have all received. And if you haven't seen it, this is also in your Google Classroom. And so with that, I will stop sharing my screen and I will start by asking if there are any questions. You can either type your question on the chat or you can raise your hands. Merci, Fahima. Okay, if then it's clear and there are no questions, I'll pass it on to Olari, who is going to give you some guidance on the Google Classroom. Olari, please take over.
Yeah, thank you, Anna. I'm just going to share my screen now. So I hope my screen is shared to everyone. Yeah, so I'm going to walk through the Google Classroom, and welcome to Zero Waste Academy 2024. And in Swahili, we say karibuni, which means welcome. And this will be a very interactive classroom platform for us to learn about the zero waste implementation and how you are going to implement it in your communities. So the Google Classroom is a simple and digital learning platform that will be used for all the academy classes that are going to be online. And you have to have either a Google account or your any of your accounts so that you can able to access this platform. You can either use a computer or you can either use your mobile phone to access this classroom. But I would recommend that you use your computer because it will be so easily to access and navigate throughout the classroom. But again, if you are using a mobile phone, there are two options. Either if you're using, let's say, iPad or Apple, or you're using iOS for your browsing, you need to download either a Google Sheet, Google Classroom. You have to download the Google Drive, you have to download the slides, and you have to download the sheet, and you have to download the doc. These these 5 apps will help you to access all the learning material in the Google Classroom. Otherwise, if you're using the normal smartphone, the Android ones, that's okay, because we also need to download this one, and they're all available in Google Play or App Store. So you need to download this in your phones or in your computer so that you can be able to access this classroom easily and navigate through the materials. And I would also recommend that you use your Gmail account, the normal Gmail account, the personal Gmail account to access this classroom easily. And if you're using, let's say, an office or a domain emails, you have to make sure you connect or you integrate your domain email with a non-Gmail account so that you can be able to access this classroom. If you are getting stuck or you are getting problem, you can use your Gmail account, your personal Gmail account, and it will be super easy. So the Google Classroom, you have to open the link. Let's say you go to the Google or to any browser and you type classroom.google.com, and you'll be able to have that interface that is shown here. And you have to join. You have to click join class. And if you join class, there are 2 ways. You can either enter the code that is provided here, which is I7635Y2, as shown in the screen, or you can join using the link that was shared in your email accounts. So there are those 2 ways that you can join. So we will also share the joining invitation link in the WhatsApp group again for those who have not yet joined, and we can also share the codes. And this whole presentation is on the classroom as well for anyone to view later. So when you go to you enter that code or you enter the link, it will take you right to this section here, and you will be able to see the classes that you are enrolled to. For all of you who are going to enter that link or join using the code, you will see the classroom labeled 2024 Zero Waste Academy, and that will be the class that you are going to join. And you will have to you will see this navigation here. So I want to make it as super easy. I'm going to stop share, then I'll go direct to the classroom so that we can go together. And I'm going to share the live classroom. So if you go to you will be able to access the classroom. This will be your interface. So the classroom will be labeled 2024 Zero Waste Academy, and you will have the stream, you'll have the classwork, and you have the people. In the stream here, this is where you will see all the announcements and all the posts from the academy or from the facilitators or from you guys. And here in the place where it's written announce something to your class is a place where you can all introduce yourself, where you come from, which country, and what are your expectations for this class. And like how PK Solomon had, Tunawe or Azikwe have already, like I've seen so many people have already started introducing. So that's how you can use this section here. You also, if you have any question that you want to share or you want to ask, you can ask in this section here where it's right. It's written announce something to your class. Then again, when you go to classwork, this is where you will find all the learning materials that will be required for you to learn. So for now, we don't have anything posted, but this guide will also be there for you to go through, and you will be able to see all your the topics and the materials in this section called classwork. And when you go to people, you'll be able to see all the teachers and facilitators. So you can see we have the teachers here, and we all the classmates, all the zero participants down here. So that's how you'll be able to view and learn about in this Google Classroom. So before I proceed, maybe if I have, is there any question, or are we together? You can write in the comment, or you can just unmute and speak. Any questions?
People are asking for you to
All
write
right.
the instructions, Olari. We can send the instructions to the group. So the WhatsApp group that I'm hoping everybody's part of, we're going to send the instructions there.
All right. Okay, no problem. And if you go again, thank you, Anna. And if you go down the stream where you find all the announcements, there is also an announcement with all the instruction that help you navigate throughout the classroom as well. And I'm going to share this guide very soon. You will also be able to read or go through later on. So like if you go to the lower portion of the classwork, you'll find the announcement and all the instruction for working throughout this classroom. And there are also links to video also if you want to watch step by step. That will also help you to navigate well in this classroom. And again, we have also posted about our last year Zero Waste Academy. You can also read the blogs, and you can see the links that we have also shared. And again, like if you have any challenge, or you are facing any difficulty, you can write in the WhatsApp group. I hope everyone is in the WhatsApp group, and we can reach out to you and fix the challenge as soon as possible. Or you can write to the academy, to the email academy@nipefagio.co.tz, and we can support you as quickly as we can. And we have also shared about our Zero Academy, and you can also visit our website to learn more about what we do and about zero waste in general. Then I guess for me that it's if there's any question, I'll be happy to assist. And if you have, yeah, I see a question. Yes, Desire. Desire, can come up.
1 second, let me allow you to unmute. 1 second. Yes, go ahead.
All right. I was unable to unmute myself. Yeah. So thank you for the presentation. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah, we can hear
I
you.
can hear you.
All right. Thank you so much for the presentation. So we are getting to know more about the process of our work during this academy, and I'm so glad for that. So I had the challenges connecting with the Google Classroom because I used my university email to apply, and then I changed to my Google account email. So is this going to penalize me during the academy, or if I use the Google account, the Gmail account to access the courses, is this going to penalize me? I want to ask that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Desire. Accessing the classroom, you can access, as I said before, you can access using your Gmail account, your personal Gmail account. That is very simple and is very straightforward. But if you're using, let's say, your university or another domain email, you have to make sure that you connect your email with a non-Gmail account. So having a non-Gmail account for your email account, then try to joining using your university email. But if you see you're getting a lot of challenges or it hinders you from accessing the classroom, you better use your own Gmail, your own normal Gmail account or personal account. That's fine. And it won't penalize or affect anything of your participation. Yeah, and it's actually very easy when you use your own Gmail account. It's super easy. Thank you, Desire.
All right. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Any other questions from anyone? Okay, I'm going to answer some of the questions that I see on the chat. There are many people asking if you're going to get certificates for participating in the academy. Yes, everyone who completes the academy, even if you complete it late, but as long as you complete the academy, you do receive a certificate. So everyone who completes the academy, which means, and by completing, I mean finalizing all the classes and doing all the assignments, so completes, will receive a certificate. There are also people asking about the in-person academy in Tanzania. Yes, last year we had an in-person session for the academy. That in-person session was about a week long, more or less, a little bit less than a week. And that was for the best performers of the academy. So people who reach the highest scores, who have the strongest participation, that are consistent with their assignments and everything. We are hoping to be able to do the same this year. We are still making sure that we can have the funds. So we are looking for the funds to make sure that we can bring some people to Tanzania to see the zero waste implementation in Tanzania and do the in-person academy. So it's pending on funds, but we are hopeful. And so please make sure that you do the course very well so you stay amongst the top participants. We are going to share in the WhatsApp group again the instructions to join the classroom. There is someone asking for the code. We can share that in the WhatsApp group, which has already been shared before, but we can reshare. If you are not part of the WhatsApp group, please make sure that you contact one of us so that you join the WhatsApp group, because we use it to share information. And I'm very pleased to say that today we actually met the full capacity of our Zoom account. We actually had people that were not able to join because we had more people trying to join that Zoom can actually have in the room. So that's very exciting and very happy to see people's participation here. And because of that, we may, if people continue to do the classes, we'll be able to see in the Google Classroom the progress. And if people continue, we may actually have more than one session for all the live sessions so that we can accommodate everybody. Anyone else with questions? Vanessa, you have a question? Please go ahead and ask. You can unmute yourself and ask your question. Or maybe not.
Okay.
Okay, here you go.
Yes, good morning. Okay, sorry, I had to leave because my network was very bad. So I just came in now. And my question is about the timetable that was dropped for us. Now, the remote sessions, does it mean that we can attend it at any time?
So the remote sessions you can attend at any time from the moment that the materials are made available for you. So in the program, you can see when the materials are made available for you. We have a deadline. There is a deadline that we consider as there is the deadline that we consider for you to consider that you basically completed within the expectations. But if you complete the class after the deadline, you are still able to complete. And as long as you complete all classes, you still get a certificate. But as I mentioned, the best performers are the ones that may, in case we get the funding, have an opportunity to come to Tanzania. And so in that case, we are going to see people who completed within the deadline.
Okay, thank you. And my final question is, how do we do the assignments? Are we to do it there on the Google Classroom, or we have to do it on a book, then take pictures and send? So I'm not really used to using Google Classroom.
It depends on the assignment. So some of the assignments are quizzes, for example, they are done in the Google Classroom. So we have a lot of assignments that are done there. We have some assignments that is sharing a picture in the Google Classroom. We have another assignment that is doing a waste and brand audit. So then you need to do it outside the classroom and then you share in the classroom the results of our assignment. So it depends a lot on the assignment. All assignments come with instructions. So you just read the instructions and you see how you're able to complete those.
All right, thank you very much. That's all. Thank you.
You're welcome. And we are going to put the assignments in the Google Classroom immediately after this class, Al-Haji, so you have it. So with that, if there are no other questions, I would just like to say welcome, everybody. Karibuni sana. We are very, very, very happy to have you in the Zero Waste Academy. We are hoping that it's going to be awesome and that you're going to learn a lot. We are going to exchange a lot because we also learn a lot from you, and that we are going to have a class of future Zero Waste implementers that can then join our Africa Zero Waste Alliance. Which is basically the goal. We are sharing as much as we can, everything that we know, we will share. And inside this room, we have a lot of people with a lot of expertise as well. So we can also learn from each other. And our goal is to make sure that we go zero waste in Africa and that we have a very strong Africa Zero Waste Alliance. And then for the people here that are not from Africa, which we do have some people that are not from Africa, and even in the first academy, we had people that are not from Africa as well. Stay with us because we will also connect you with your regional zero waste alliances. There are many around the world, and I'm sure that we can find a group that is going to be good for you to connect with and have fun with. We have, for example, Nepal here for the second year in a row. So we can connect with the zero waste alliances in your regions. So welcome everybody, karibuni sana, and enjoy the Zero Waste Academy. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. Great to have you. Thank you and bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ada. Bye.
Thank you. And if you can say bye in your home language as you are leaving, we will appreciate this.
Au revoir.
Kwaherini.
Okay, boy.
Maggie them.
No.
Au revoir et bye-bye.
Bye.
Sampai jumpa.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Sampai jumpa.
Thank you,
Selamat
everyone.
malam.
Bye, everyone.
Possiamo.
Bye-bye.
See you.
Thank you, everyone.
Stose. Possiamo.